Back in the day, before most of you guys were born, there were these things called wires. They caused a variety of problems for the population, always getting tangled. No, not that type of tangled, this type of tangled. Yet I'm still reviewing some in 2021. The Sennheiser CX300Ss. I'll tell you guys if this is worth it in 2021, or in general, are wired headphones really worth it in 2021? I'll be sectioning this video into 3 parts: pros, cons, and then my overall conclusion of this device. And these headphones are priced around £30. Nevertheless, let's get on with the positives. The first positive is the build quality is absolutely amazing. I love the build quality of these headphones. They have a somewhat premium feel. The wire feels extremely high quality, unlike alternative wired headphones out there. Usually they kind of feel a little bit tacky and feel like they can break very easily, and I've always had a bad experience with wired headphones. I usually start to see the red, green and blue, all the internals of the wire, but I don't even think these headphones are even going to get to that point, since they're just built in such a rugged manner. And also, just an added bonus about the build quality, the button on the thing actually feels pretty satisfying to press, and it's just a nice fidget thing to do as well. Obviously not when it's plugged in. The next positive is the headphones are really comfortable to put in your ear. It gives you a variety of ear tips that you can push into your ear, which is nice, I guess. So let's say you have much bigger ears than normal or much smaller ears than normal, you'll be able to find your fit so it can fit into your ear without wobbling or doing any of that foolishness. And it comes pre-installed with the medium size fitted, so if you're just a medium, you won't even need to fiddle with the ear tips. Now let's move on to the next positive, which is noise cancellation. They didn't even tell us that we had noise cancellation on these headphones, which is crazy because these headphones have noise cancellation, so I just assumed they would have said it. But when I get to volume about 50% or so, depending on your genre, I stop hearing my surroundings. This is something that I love about headphones, just zoning out. Some people may not like it, so you will have to put your volume lower, but I love it. So it goes all the way up to 100%, not even being able to hear my own footsteps or my breathing anymore. But now let's move on to my final positive before we move on to the negatives. The final positive is the fact that the sound doesn't leak. I love the fact that sound doesn't leak with headphones, especially wired headphones, which tend to leak a lot. The fact that these headphones don't leak, it gives you more privacy, and also if you have a bad taste in music, you don't need to let everyone else know. No shade though, of course, all music genres are great. And yeah, it's just a cool feature to have. Again, they didn't state that it has this, but it does have this, so it's just a cool added bonus. Nevertheless, now let's move on to the negatives of this device. The first negative is the fact that sometimes you may need to adjust it. These headphones never fall out, but they do get a little loose sometimes. So if you feel like you're missing a bit of the music, probably needs to be pushed in a little bit further. Of course, this isn't a regular occurrence, but something to just be aware of. If you feel like you're not getting enough bass with your headphones, it's probably not pushed in enough. The next negative is something that Samsung users won't see as a negative, but iOS users will. Anything above the iPhone 6, you would need to use a dongle. Since this has a 3.5mm jack, so you need to buy a dongle. These typically are from £3 to £10. The price does vary depending on if you want to get off-brand or straight from the Apple store. But it's just an added purchase. It seems kind of unnecessary. They should have an alternative version where it is a lightning port, but they don't have that available. So you will need to buy a dongle if you're actually still planning to buy these headphones. And now it's time for the final negative before we get into the conclusion. The last negative, some people may say, is unreasonable, but the wire is just a little bit too long for me. I always find myself tucking in like half of the cable into my pockets, because it reaches my ears and I just have all of these wires dangling, and I just don't like it. Excessive wires dangling is just annoying. It makes me feel unorganized. But of course, having more is better than having not enough, which is why it's not really a main negative, but something that I did need to talk about because it was quite annoying. But nevertheless, it's time for my conclusion. In conclusion, I would recommend this product. I really enjoyed using these headphones. The bass is amazing. The sound quality, the snug fit, it's all great. It's really brought back the energy that wired headphones have. I've actually started to move away from wired headphones since like 2015 or something like that. But this may make me start using wired headphones a little bit more than I have done previously. But yeah, that was the review. If you've got any questions, just put them in the description below. And yeah, just like to say thank you for reaching our goal of 250 subscribers. I'm really appreciative of that. Our next one is 375 subscribers in 4 months. It'll be great if you guys could make this happen. Please consider liking, subscribing, and yeah, bye.